guys, Daniel here from the Brothers Boy, and I was just going to do something a little bit different today. Usually behind me you always see I have tons of movies, so I'm a big movie buff as well as a big comic fan. There's my two vices really. So I thought, to kind of combine the two worlds together, I would start trying to give Blu-ray and DVD reviews on movies that are relevant to our channel, which is the geeky stuff. So I figured the last major release, I just finished watching this, and I've wanted to give you guys a little bit of a review, is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This is the 4K Blu-ray of it. I was going to give you just a rundown of what I thought of the movie and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get started today. First of all, we're going to start with the movie. This is a very emotional movie. It's great. It's probably my favorite of this last year as far as the Marvel movies go. It's such an emotional roller coaster. It's about how to deal with grief and how to move on as well. And while really supporting your family and making your family proud of you when moving on and while moving on and doing things your own way. I absolutely love it. The performances are great. I think Angela Bassett really deserves that nomination that she got for her role as the Queen in this movie. It's just a fantastic movie. I love it. Won't go too deep into detail. We all know about Chadwick Boseman's passing, and like his he looms largely over this movie. He every scene feels like a tribute to him. Like it's just, you could tell the entire cast is kind of grieving and dealing with it within the movie and within the parameters of the movie, and with the just how their performances are made. It's, like I said, very emotional. I really do miss Chadwick Boseman's presence, but I cannot think of a better way to give to honor him and what he has done and brought to this role and to acting in general than this movie right here. Um, so let's go ahead and kind of discuss the disc now. The disc itself, we'll go ahead and start with the picture quality. This is probably the strongest point of this release. The picture quality is fantastic. All of Disney's releases look really great. The HDR is really good. I went the back and forth with this on Disney Plus and with this. You do not get Dolby Vision HDR with this, but um, you do get uh, playing a old HDR10. If you want to go into a deep rabbit hole dive on this, you can. Basically, HDR10 is a static metadata, and it's like I said, a very deep dive. But basically, it makes the picture look brighter and more pops the colors more, makes the blacks deeper and darker. Dolby Vision is available on Disney Plus, and while it looks good in Dolby Vision on Disney Plus, and you do have the IMAX scenes in Disney Plus, this honestly has a better bit rate, so the picture is honestly a hair better. Like, you've got to understand, like, most people don't have like super fast internet speed, so like watching that would just, it's kind of hard to get that level of quality out of streaming unless you have like the highest level of internet and everything like that. So like for this 4K Blu-rays are like the best possible version of the way you watch it. But like I said, this is crisp, clear. It's an upscale from 2K to 4K because of the heavy amount of visual effects. So usually when they do visual effects, you don't have a lot of 4K masters when you have a heavy digital effects movie like this. So um, you don't really you really don't have that here. So it's only going to be a 2K master here. Um, but anyways, the picture quality is great. I would give it, say, about a 4.5 out of 5, which is really great. But that's probably the strongest point of this. Now we're going to move on to the sound quality. And this is where most Disney releases in 4K are the weakest. This has a Dolby Atmos track, and for Disney, they've kind of been nicknamed Atmouse because their soundtracks are muted. I mean, I had to turn this up quite a bit, considerably more than I do most movies when I watch, and I watch pretty loud. So This I had to turn up quite a bit more to really get a better experience out of it, and it still felt a bit muted versus other releases. I think I've been a little bit spoiled though by stuff like Dune and things like that being released recently. It's just incredible audio tracks, and this just cannot compare to that, unfortunately. Um, it's probably about tit for tat for the with the Disney Plus release of it. It's going to be muted on Disney Plus too. Disney just seems to have muted their audio releases, and it's weird because I could go back about a decade when they released stuff like Tron Legacy, and it has an incredible, boisterous sound quality, and this does not have it, sadly. But so I for this, if you turn it up a little bit, it sounds pretty good, but it's just not going to be to the level of other releases, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to give this about a 3.25 out of 5 for the audio. Unfortunately, it's just I wish Disney would do a little better with their releases. And I'm saying this as someone that I try to be positive here, so I just really wish they would do a little better with their releases. Next up is special features. Not a lot to pick up from here. They're all featured on the Blu-ray. The 4K disc is only the movie and the audio track, and I think that helps a lot with the picture quality. But the Blu-ray has a few special features. They're basically what I like to call electronic press kits. They're about 5 to 10 minute long little featurettes. Though the one that talks about Chadwick Boseman's passing is very good and well worth the time to spend to check it out, and how the cast and crew moved on and was trying to honor him with this film. I definitely would recommend checking it out. There are only two here. There's a gag reel and there's a few deleted scenes, and that is all we get for that. So I'll have to say the special features I would give a 2.5 out of 5 on. Just for the overall release of this movie now, I would say this is worth your time to pick up if you're definitely a videophile. Well worth picking up because this is going to blow the stream out of the water in my opinion. I think it looks better. I think even with no Dolby Vision, this just looks better with your HDR on your television because you do not have the compression that streaming has. So you will be having a much better experience. So overall, I would definitely recommend it even with the muted audio because you're going to get that either way with streaming or video, and the video uptick is definitely well worth it. So definitely do recommend this. I would give this whole release a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's well worth picking up. The movie itself is fantastic. It's so emotional, so heartfelt and charged throughout the entire process. I love it. I love this film. It was, like I said, my favorite of the MCU films last year, and well worth picking up. So definitely give it a shot. Anyways, thanks, guys. Until next time, we will see you at the movies, at the shop, and have a good one.